Sloan, who is a really popular celebrity drama channel here on YouTube, is in danger. So he recently reported on someone called Nick Carter, who is a former Backstreet Boys singer and a former child star who was also the brother of the late Aaron Carter. Aaron recently passed away. It was really sad. I think he OD'd in his bathtub and drowned, apparently. Aaron had been speaking out for years about his brother and his effed up family and how screwed up they all were.
For being a serial rapist.
About that, have you talked to your brother? Have you reached out to him?
I can't speak about him at all legally.
Oh, wow.
They're trying to entrap me and basically make me look like I'm crazy and all this stuff, and you know, it's just like a conspiracy just because I'm a massive silence breaker in this situation.
Right.
And I'm not gonna stop, and I can't be silent.
Why, Leon?
And I told you, I've been treated terribly by my family, by my mother, by my father, by my twin sister, all right, trying to get 11 restraining order violations on your brother. But then 2 months before that, you're gonna send me a message saying Merry Christmas, hoping I respond so that you can send it to your attorney and put me in prison. Is that what you call family, guys?
It's interesting because when he passed, his family were all devastated and people were calling them out because of how they allegedly treated Aaron when he was alive and growing up. Nick and his wife denied everything Aaron had alleged over the years, and a lot of Nick Carter's fans believe that Nick hadn't done anything because Nick blamed the way that Aaron was behaving on his addiction. So Sloan reported on all the recent allegations that have been made against Nick Carter. They're pretty intense and they've been all over the news at the moment.
Nick Carter is being sued for assaulting a disabled girl. This isn't the first time Nick has gotten in trouble. Through the years, many women have accused him of awful crimes, exploiting their virginity and taking it as his own. But now he may have met his match because this case is going to court. So let's get into it.
Not long after posting this video, something very scary happened.
Is the truth heard? Because now you're threatening my family because of what your husband allegedly did. There are people out here publicly making these allegations, crying, and you think that I'm the one you need to go after right now? These people are being so vulnerable and sharing what had happened to them. Yeah. If you know what the truth is, tell us all, because you guys are denying these allegations. What more is there to it? And what is this type of mafia mentality that you're going to come after me and my family?
Sloan took to YouTube and exposed what was going on. He was really scared and posted a video pretty much explaining that his father was receiving threatening messages from someone claiming to be Nick Carter's wife. The messages read, "Tell your son to remove that video he did today about my husband, or there will be severe repercussions. Or you will have several uninvited guests paying a visit to Bristow, Virginia." Sloan's father responded, "New phone, who's this? This isn't Michael Sloan. How about you start with you, since you reached out first? My name is Lauren Kitt, and I should know you somehow. That's why I asked if you were Michael Sloan, but you didn't answer the question. You could have just said no, and I would have known it was the wrong number. It ain't that hard, genius. Slow as. Well, if you remember your text, there was a slight threat in your comment. You may have one of my names right. Is this a child? Your grammar is telling. You're honestly very stupid, very slow, and you lack basic comprehension. I already know who this is because I'm a private investigator, and I've already verified who this number belongs to. Okay, Mr. and Mrs. PI, what can I do for your husband? Does the truth hurt? If that was in fact Nick Carter and Nick's wife sending messages to Sloan's father, that's very, very weird behaviour and out the gate. Regardless of all this, I did some research into private investigators in the USA, and you're actually not allowed to gain access to someone's private phone number, or for example, a YouTuber's parents' home address. Investigative Academy states private investigators may under no circumstances hack into a private account or illicitly gain access to any private device, account, or information. Private investigators use the internet regularly for their investigative activities. They can access people's social media profiles that are public, browse public databases and websites that contain information about people, and research people in directories of publicly available information. So on Reddit, people are also discussing this topic, and many people believe that Nick and his wife weren't messaging Sloan, but it was in fact potentially a crazy fan, because Backstreet Boys fans are crazy apparently. So here's what's trending on Reddit. Someone said, "Not defending Nick at all. I'm too young to be into Backstreet Boys, but I was very in tune with the Aaron Carter situation and I know way too much about the family. Lol. I'm 100% sure that those messages aren't from Nick's wife or anyone related to them. Throughout the Aaron stuff, they never got involved or responded to anything he said. Aaron often accused Nick of girls. They didn't respond to their own brother. They are not going to send these dumb texts to a random drama channel. It's just a neurotic Backstreet Boys fan. They go too hard." Someone else said, "This is how I feel. I've watched closely of the Aaron dramas through the years. He would go so far as to say his brother did stuff to him and his sisters. All this wild shit, and the only time you heard from Nick about anything was when Aaron threatened to kill his children and wife. I don't think they would do this. It's either some fan being a weirdo or someone else. Also, isn't Nick about to go to court? Why would they make it worse for themselves by doing this? Lol." Sloan has since deleted his video stating that he was in danger and is scared for himself and his family. He hasn't updated us on what's happening, but hopefully he's okay. His fans are very worried for him. I'm very worried for him. He hasn't posted anything on Twitter, nothing on Instagram except for a story that was posted 22 hours ago at the time I'm making this video. Everyone was encouraging him to make a police report because this sounded dangerous. Sometimes the police can be useless though. I don't know what they're like in the US in terms of taking situations seriously, but these messages definitely sounded out the gate and scary.
My family, and you're going to threaten our well-being. So who are the secret people that Nick Carter and his wife, Lauren Kidd, are sending to me? I just feel so overwhelmed right now because it is so not fair. Come after me all you want. Do not go after my family. And if you're gonna come after me with like some people you're sending after me, it's not gonna end pretty. Like, if they have a reasonable case here, if there's something specific in that video that needs to be removed or something, their lawyer can go and reach out to my lawyer. The lawyers will discuss. Bob Saget did.
There are some crazy people out there, and if the allegations about Nick Carter are true, it makes you question what type of person he is and what he's capable of. This is seriously crazy behaviour though, sending texts like this, and if it does get exposed that it is him and his wife partaking in this and sending these messages, are we really surprised? And also, what are they capable of if they do see Sloan in person? So yes, this is very scary, and I really hope Sloan has made a report to the police. You can literally imagine how fearful the alleged victim must feel if this is how Sloan is being treated just for making a damn video about what's already out in the news.
And if I'm not here tomorrow and my family is harmed in any way, I want you guys to know that it was Nick Carter and his wife. Thank you guys.
And now you can see why everyone's scared, because Sloan has not been on social media for the past 24 hours. Is he okay? Can we have updates? I think someone needs to call the police in the States and check that he's okay, because this is so scary. He hasn't posted, and that was the last thing he'd said. I am scared for him. Let me know your guys' thoughts on this in the comments.